football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Cards, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the champs from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. No more distractions. It's time to get this one started, as here we go. Super Bowl 61 is underway. Herbert off of play action. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go. And I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control. And that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there. Turned the ball over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he gets this up past the 30. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge win for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Play action. It's Herbert. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Sliding out of the pocket. Herbert has it knocked free, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
This will be caught at about the 6. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. He's at the 50. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the turnover, here's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end of one quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment.
7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Cam Akers,
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
and the Cardinals continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Herbert on 1st down now.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Herbert.
Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
And this is caught at the 8.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Touchdown, Chargers! From 8 yards out.
And the Chargers are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Takes it at the 7. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll go again here with Akers. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cards go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Play fake. Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, LA! Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
A solid stiff arm.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
2nd down and 7. Going right back to Akers.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Cam Akers
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert finding his safety valve here. That's complete. There he goes, right side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And that'll do it for the third quarter of Super Bowl 61. The culmination of the season and the crowning of a champion after the fourth quarter, which is coming up next.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Cardinals are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And a lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Flush to his right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Taken from about the 12.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Finding room in midfield. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
To throw is Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Cam Akers with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Cardinals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 226 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And the lead is up to 14. The Cardinals say they have it. They do. Arizona recovers. Well, there you go. Just your everyday